size 12. Now they don't quite fit me. They don't fit me, right? But the fact that I can fit into them at all and button them and sit down in them is, you guys can, I like being thin. Now, one of my top video, out of all my videos, has over 100,000 views. Most of my videos have 100, I mean, they don't have that many views, okay? This video has like 120 something thousand views. I don't know why. Alright, I asked one of my fans. I don't know why it has that many views. I watched it, I'm like, what makes it any better than any other of my videos? I don't know. I don't know. You got me. All I know is it'd be pretty cool if all my videos, I don't know why that has so many views. I'm heavier in it than I would like to be. So I need to point out, I don't get thin for you. I like being thin. So you guys want to take bets if the world doesn't end or if something doesn't happen to me, if I can get my old body back and drop another 20, 25 pounds. We'll see. Fact is, I'm always trying to. I like being thin. That's the bottom line. It's not, it doesn't matter if you like me being thin or heavy, whatever. Like I said, I'm heavier in my video that has over 100,000 views, but most of my videos have like, most of them only have like 100 views. Sometimes they inch their way to the 500 mark. But this one has, I don't understand why. I don't know why. I have not a clue why this video has so many views. It doesn't make sense to me. I might try watching it again and just analyze every bit of it. Like I said, I'm heavier than I would like to be in it, for one thing. But I don't give a fuck about the people who say, we like you, if heavy, it doesn't matter, don't worry about your weight. No, I like it, right? And I'll tell you something. I met one of the guys that I used to, when I used to work for the phone sex company, Kiyomi, and I was gaining just like a teeny, like nothing, hardly anything at all. And he said to me, he's like, you look better thinner. So I think I look better thinner, and it's, if I want to try to get thinner, it's my business. Yeah, when I worked for that company, it was no, as in, you don't do that. You cannot meet in person with your clients. But I actually only I met a couple of the phone sex women, and I met that guy because he was a good client friend of one of the women. That's the only reason that I met with him. And then the other one I met because he was a friend and a client of the woman that did the phone sex. Remember, this was a lifetime ago. This is when I was in my mid-20s, okay? And I've said this out here before, it's nothing new. But it's relevant simply only because I remembered what he said, but it's how I feel. I like being thin. I watch my videos when I'm thinner, when I'm heavier. I like being thin. Not to mention the fact it's a challenge. So there's no challenge to being heavy. There's no challenge to that. It's a fucking challenge to try to get in shape and be in shape, you know. These are 12. And I can actually button them and sit in them, so I'm on my way for what it's worth, which is nothing, but like I said, even though I don't have any really outside life, I've had this, and it's kept me on my toes, you know. And when I went to Joe's, I had somewhat of an outside life. I mean, I had Joe, you know, and I mean, outside life besides that, but that was better than nothing. I actually remember I even said to him, I forget why I was saying it. I was with him. I think I said something like, I know what I said. I said, all right, well, because we were talking about something, and I'm like, well, of course, you should want it too, if we're going to be blunt. And I go, well, of course, I wish that I had the whole, you know, the boyfriend and the this and the that and everything. And then Joe goes to me, well, you know, he looked at me and like, well, you got me and that's it, and you know, like, at least at least you have that, you know. It's true. But I can have that and still wish for the other. Because that's what Joe did. Because again, he's invited me to his home. At least I'm getting away from here, and you know. But it didn't work out. So. But I did say that to him at some point when I first come or whatever. And he did look at me. He's like, well, you know, be appreciative. You got me at least. Yep, Joe, and now I'm back to the same fucking shit. I'm all alone. I have you thousands of miles away, give or take. And that's it. And then I have my mom who's like taking care of a 5-year-old. I put Secret Life of Pets on for her the other day because I just don't want her to sit and mope and do nothing. She keeps saying to me again, she doesn't know what's wrong with her. Mama, we're going to be seeing your doctor, okay? I couldn't get an appointment immediately, but I got one fairly soon. I'm going to go with you, and we're going to get her glucosamine levels checked. But in the end, her, you know, when she has aches and pains, she's like, I have aches and pains. Mom, you're 76 years old. 76-year-old people have aches and pains. Selena even was confiding with me, like for your mom to be on those psych meds and go through all that shit for over half her life, it's amazing she's still alive. And she's young at heart, and, you know, I even had someone who was, you know, they're usually assholes, but sometimes, I don't know, I can't say that for sure, but nowadays I'm sure they would be, because everybody's gotten colder, and even my so-called friend, acquaintance, friend, you're in my life for 6 years, I view you as a friend, you start being not very nice to me, I'm just going to avoid you. With a yet again broken heart. And my contractor said he'd come here in 2 weeks, and now I just got a text, I'll be here there in another 2 weeks. I'm working on other stuff. Of course you are. Of course you are. And then 2 weeks will go by and it'll happen again. Because this is something he doesn't have to do. It's something he's doing out of being a good person and caring, you know, that whatever, but it's not going to take top priority in any means, and, you know. But he did say 2 weeks, and now he's saying 2 more. But that's nothing, and I haven't known him for as long as I've known this other person who, my heart's broken. The way that person's been treating me lately because of pandemic stress. Was so nice to me before. Like I said, everybody's gotten colder. Anyway, my mom was in the mental hospital one time, and this nurse who had more more empathy than the most, most of them, whatever. She says to me, she goes, it's really sad. She's like, your mother realizes that she's schizophrenic. Like, she realizes it. I guess a lot of people don't. And it hurts her that she's like that. And I said, yeah, I know. I didn't do it. I don't understand it. I'm grateful that it's not me. But the nurse said that she's young, and she was nice. And she's like, she had the wherewithal to say that to me. She's like, your mom, I'm thinking, so most people don't. They don't realize that they don't have that self-awareness. Maybe they don't. Because decades ago, my mom said to me about these meds she hates taking, and I hate having her take them. She says to me, are these going to mess me up? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure they will. And then I read, Toxic Psychiatry, Peter Bregan, and this hadn't happened to my mom yet, the tardive stuff, and I read it, and like a year and a half later, my mom started for the first time ever showing those kind of symptoms. The first time ever. And of course that hurts her. And she thinks everybody's looking at her if she does that, and she's aware of all of it. But all I can do, I'm not God, all I can do is try to combat the damn psych meds. She's on less than she's ever been on. It's a miracle. But God help her, especially these days, if she winds up in the fucking mental hospital again. They'll hurt her. They always want her on more. And last time when she had that whole seizure thing, even though she nearly could have died or got seriously injured, they got her off the Depakote. So now she's on less psych meds than she's ever been on. If some of you remember, she was on a shitload at some point, and now she's on that shot. We'd like to get switched to pills, but she's on the flunitrazine shot, okay? And then she was taken off the Depakote because in that regular hospital, not a mental hospital, they said that they told me that, like, your mom's toxic. We tested her, we're taking her off of it. And nobody tried on the outside world to put her back on anything else. They kept it as it was, and she's been fine. She was put on Capra. That's not a psych med. So, she's been less than she's ever been on. Remember, they get their clutches into her. They always want more. That's what they want. And even her psychiatrist now wanted to put her on more, wanted to put her on Zyprexa, wanted to increase her fucking shot to every 3 weeks instead of 4. And I said, Mom, don't let him do it. At first she was going to give in. I'm like, Mom, just say no. Say fucking no. Jesus Christ, say no. Say no. Say no. She said no. At first he was trying to, get her to do it. And then she takes trazodone and benztropine. And benztropine is for side effects. She wanted to be on that. The psychiatrist didn't want her on that. And she takes lorazepam. 0.5, benztropine 0.5. Lorazepam twice a day, benztropine 3 times a day. And then the Keppra is for seizures, but she was on Depakote. And apparently it was toxic, so you might think, even though she could have died, it was a blessing in disguise to get her up, to have that happen to her, and she got a nice doctor, that's all. Someone else might have not done that. They might not have paid attention or cared, or she just got lucky, but she's been good. She has her moments, but I don't care. Her moments don't mean she needs to be on more psych meds. If anything, she seems a little drugged out, and I'm thinking she might be on too much because she weighs 25 pounds less. But of course, something bad could be going on with her, and she's scared, and she's whining and crying to me. Okay? I can't do anything. So, Mom, cancer runs in our family. I have to be honest with her. I can't do anything. I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know. I can't do it. I can't change it. All I can do is try to keep you healthy, which I do. You don't eat like that when you were living with your sister in her downstairs apartment. You don't eat like that when I wasn't living here. You eat like this when I'm here taking care of you and giving you the organic shit and making sure we have the supplements and and vitamin C and vitamin D and zinc and regular vitamin pill that has a whole bunch of stuff in it. We were taking probiotic, but we ran out of it. We don't get the cheap stuff in the store ever. We get the expensive crap. And that's all I can do. What else am I supposed to do? She cries and cries to me. Mama, I don't know what's going on with you. Your doctor might not even know. It might turn out that it could just be, no matter how much I'm battling a lifetime of psych meds that build up in you and build, and she's got a little bit of dementia going on. It could be that her dementia's getting worse. It could be anything. But it's not an emergency. We're not going to go to the hospital. Yes, I do not. You don't feel physically. She just feels weird. I don't know. And she's scared and wants me to make it better. I have no ability to make that better. All that I can do is take care of her. I put Secret Life of Pets on for her, and she just keeps pacing and doesn't want to watch it. I love that. I started watching it. I love the Secret Life of Pets. On the second one too. But who knows what's going on with her? At least I'm here to get her checked out. We're gonna fucking find out if she's on too much psych meds because she's lost so much weight. It's quite possible. To me, it's common sense. If you're on the same dosage of psych meds as you were 25 pounds heavier, then maybe you need it reduced a little bit. Maybe you're just a little, So that's what's going on. Now I gotta get out of these fucking shorts. I was just showing you that I fit into them. And I need to be comfortable. I need to get the fuck out of these shorts. You're at 12, so I just wanted to tell you. So, last time I checked, I weighed myself on my good made in the USA scale. It's digital. It's not gonna fluctuate like you can be on when you're weighing yourself on one of the scales that are old-fashioned. They can fluctuate like 10 pounds. I've even read about that. It's bullshit. You need a good digital scale. I have a good digital scale. I know what my mom weighs on it. I can see how skinny she is. I can compare it. No, it's a good scale. And last time I weighed 190.2. So about a year ago, I weighed like 205. I have it written down on my calendar. So more than a year ago. Year and a half. February something of 21. So a year and a half ago, I weighed 205. Right now, I'm 190. 190.2. I know I weighed myself today, but yesterday, the day before, I was 190.2. And it's not after fasting, so that's my weight, and it's going down a little bit at a time. Like I said, even drinking, I would never want to drink all the time. Never. You can't drink all the time anyway. Hope used to say to me, because Donald could. He could drink day after day. He doesn't get the hangover. And Hope's like, you and I, because Hope did too, she's like, we're lucky we get hangovers, Laura. We're not going to become alcoholics because we have to recuperate for if we're going to drink a lot, we need to recuperate for days. No, I would never. It would kill my looks. It would kill I never did anyway. I was drinking like once a week or once every 2 weeks. Because it kill my looks and it makes me put on weight and I don't want to do it. But I wouldn't want to be someone who could drink days in a row. If I drink too much, I don't want anyone to look at it for for a while.